Call of Duty. Answer culture has gone too far. I have a 2 more. What went through your head to tweet this, my brother? A 2 more. Hell yeah, brother. Cheers from Iraq. Let's go, Brandon. Your chest is like the opening credits to Star Wars. Croatian coat of arms slips from frame. Reveals image of Hodler. You mean Adolf Hitler Robier? One time, a kid got caught in school for watching Pokemon Hint with Guadev X Misty getting ducked by the big fire dragon guy. Can't remember its name. Edit. The big dragon is a Charizard. Edit 2. I will not be providing the source. Usicus. From now on, whenever a guy says to me I'm a babs guy or I'm an ace man, I'm going to reply with, oh yeah, I'm a girth girl myself. 1 inch long, 12 inches wide. They call me the slab. What the difference between dead bodies and a Lamborghini? I don't have a Lamborghini in my garage. Lamborghini makes noise when you ride them. What the duck? Avatar director James Cameron says testosterone is a toxin men must terminate from their system. Avatar director James Cameron says testosterone is a toxin men must terminate from their system. He just wants a femboy dystopia. I like my pizza like my women. Cheap and doughy, saucy, meaty, and covered in mozzarella. Microwaved after being in the fridge all night. How do men feel about the men will duck anything that moves stereotype? Every woman I duck moves to a new state, a state of depression. Speeding woman on cook when kills drunk driver high on moth in North Las Vegas. Police say penalties offset, first down. Elf on. You've heard of elf on a shelf. Now get ready for morning wood where the elf once stood. This random rat named Reggie is on the nice list. Is Reggie above or below Beast Burger? I'm probably gonna eat both. When he comes home hungry looking for snacks in the pantry. Me. Snack clip. I don't want a snack that everyone ate already. Thai temple left without any monks after they all failed UG tests. They were trying to reach higher enlightenment. They wanted to meet Buddha. Men of Reddit, what are your craziest sexual fantasies? Man, I just want to be loved. He just wants to have someone there to warm him up on a cold day, to dry him off on a rainy day, to cheer him up on a sad day, to love him on a lonely day. Me, personally, want CBT. When a glass breaks, there's like 3 seconds where no one knows what the duck to do, and everyone acts like a glass has never broken before. I take that opportunity to pass on the floor. Have you ever walked out during slex? Why? My boyfriend and I were having slex, and I was pretty tipsy. I stopped him mid-thrust and said take me to McDonald's at 2 AM. And the man did it. He's my husband now. They call that move the quarter pounder. A Klansman being protected by a police officer from a group surrounded his Klan rally, Austin, Texas, 1983. Shut, I thought these guys said they were wizards. You're a Klansman, Harry. I knew a dude that used to finish on his hand and wipe it on his mattress. Nothing beats feeling that crunch when you lay down on your mattress. What a terrible day to be literate. Wish I had a snake continuously snacking my nut. Mother duckers after taking all the good usernames on the internet 15 years ago. At least you're close. Oh my. Hey buddy. Wanna see a dead body? Just shaved my catty for this job interview tomorrow. Do McDonald's really require that? Finally they are taking my year-long complaints about hairs in their french fries serious. Never give up on your goals in life. When you think about giving up, think about how far you've come. Look at all the money you've spent. Keep gambling. You can see her thinking. I'm pretty sure she is a victim of mind goblin here. You are now legend among a few hundred people. F the mustard. What's a mind goblin? Mind goblin these nuts. Got him so hard, his profile got deleted. If your week was a YouTube video, what would the title be? I can't stop thinking about meat. Artificial womb facility could grow 30,000 babies. Ah sweet, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Gentlemen, I have a warehouse to inseminate. Twitch streamer banned for pleasuring themselves in front of 5k viewers. When I do it, I just get booted from the family Zoom chat. Using her bathrobe. When I first started dating my boyfriend, he had this giant hooded robe that I would always steal. I had never had the luxuries of a robe like that before. When my birthday came that year, the first gift he ever gave me was my own hooded robe. That sounds like the most adorable story of someone accidentally joining the KKK. Ah, a man of culture. Man of culture, my brother in Christ, you are a panad beak. Lol, I spit out the cram in my mouth reading this, lol duck. It is 3 halves. 1.5 is 1 full item plus a half item. 3 halves is 3 separate half items. 1 plus 0.5 equals 1.5. 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1.5. 3 over 2 equals 1.5. Point being, 2 halves does not always equal a whole. Maybe in math, but cut a person in half and give the 2 halves back to their family. The response will demonstrate my point. How do men feel about the men will duck anything that moves stereotype? Move around and find out. What is the least attractive name? Egbert. Hey rude. Bro created a whole subreddit dedicated to one user. If it weren't for Hiroshima, we wouldn't have Dragon Ball. A small price to pay. Last chance to look at me Hector. Instead of blowing up, he shot violently. Top comment will be how I ask her out. Thinking of a way to ask out my crush. Asking random people on the internet how to ask out my crush. With the greatest pickup line ever, I just shut my pants. Could I get into yours? If he kissed Hotler, their facial hair wouldn't touch. What comes next? You would? Domestic violence. Same thing. It depends on what you hand them. Working retail, I've learned that if you hand someone something while they are talking, they will take it, put it in their pocket or purse or etc. and then have no recollection of you ever giving them something. It has worked on every person I have tried it with. What did you hand them? A human kidney. Snakes have a cliff tourists. There's no way a male scientist found it. I wanna kiss you so bad. Then look under your bed silly goose. What's red, 6 inches long, and makes my girlfriend cry when I feed it to her? Her miscarriage. Jesus. Breaking news. Berlin Aquadome has shattered. I can't imagine the sheer force on the lower portion of that glass. Neither could the engineers. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to Venus to become a genius. While the rest of us go to planet Dolan. There is a seamless corpse behind the Domino's I work at. Have you ever walked out during sex? Why? Once, during the act, I had a woman take the condo off of me. She then proceeded to put her hand inside it, stretch her lingers as much as she could, and then attempted to touch my face with it. I was just so shocked and stunned by the whole situation that I apologized and then left. You've never done the slimy sock puppet? If Jesus was real, they wouldn't call it the crucifixion. They would call it crucifact. Vatican City wants to know your location. Why? I'm not a minor. Taelung tested Fo's physicality, Shen tested his mentality and Kai tested his spirituality. The 4th villain neither has to be someone hospin. The 4th villain can test Fo's sexuality. During a below job, a girl vomited on me heavily. The smell caused me to vomit on her as she was right beneath me. I threw up on my husband once during a below job, when we were still dating. It was so embarrassing, but he was just like, okay let's go take a shower, and then after that, we watched TV. These stories always result in marriage. You heard it here ladies, looking for husband material. Just throw up on his nut. The Christmas news song. Thanks Rusty. Now I can become the ultimate Christmas ornament. Need to settle a massive debate. What are these called? Cold dodo. You could blindfold her with dental floss. What do you do in the shower other than showering? Practice my best stroke. I only do that when my wife gets in with me. I'm fat so I can do that without a wife. Duck you retard. No one cares. Example 1. Here's example 2. You're fat and gay. God, you make me wet. What? Do they have something for adults who spent the last 20 years working 14 hours a day in Excel? Assisted suicide is legal in some states. Bullies you. Crams. Unbullies you. My cram retracts into my body. Joke's on you. It's already in my tummy. I hope you enjoyed it. Fish with an extending mouth. Everything reminds me of her. I thought the J spot was where the whole gang hang out. It can be. Gamers. What was the funniest insult you ever received? I'd say Uranium's answer, but answer can get some kills. In League, not even Noah had to carry this many animals. Here again. Can you cosplay Tupac? Can you survive to the end? Great ad. NPC. I can buy you. 30H3 is a weird looking duo. One guy looks like he's going to sell me financial securities and the other bloke looks like he's going to sell me 10 pounds of the finest devil's lettuce. How does one milk puppies on a commercial scale? You can milk anything with knee pals at an industrial scale. I have knee pals, Greg. Can you milk me at an industrial scale? Please stop joking about it. In Islam, anything that harms you and harm others is haram. I'm haram in several countries. How cool is this? A Ukrainian Ford Raptor, seen here firing S5KP high explosive anti-tank rockets. Actually using a truck for work. This is how I know I'm not on a US 8 sub. Please help, my biology teacher asked what's the opposite of dominant and I confidentially answered submissive to the whole class, when smartness was your recessive gene. Celine Dion, 54. Diagnosed with incurable neurological disease. So her heart won't go on. r/Cursedcomments. Playing Pokemon today and had a nice little picnic, and I left it running for 5 minutes when I went to pee, and I came back to 6 ducking eggs in my basket. This is my party. They are all male except my goddamn houndum. I have 6 houndar where eggs from. When I looked away for a couple of minutes, and as someone with no idea about egg groups, I have no idea who the father is. So that makes it a little bit easier. Wow. Just wow. No other company CEO would be this honest. I admire that. Meow. Just meow. I'm a company CEO and I can literally do that. My company makes bed plugs. We need Elon Musk to make cat girls for us. No, we do not. We can make it ourselves. One guy and one cat should do the job. Men can't expose themselves in Qatar, so that women won't have lustful thoughts. Unexpected arousement. Bobs are forbidden. Even boobs. Finish Dozeman's last words with your own. Go. Tell my wife that I love her. Please. Reason number 35 for why men have a higher suicide rate. List all other 34 reasons. You can find those if you look up men's suicide roll 34. How many calories in uranium? 20 billion calories. A gram uranium is roughly 20 billion calories. Are you challenging me? So you're telling me uranium could end world hunger? Let's go and feed these poor kids some uranium. I think US tried to do that in Japan. I tried to attempt to understand what he was thinking and going through. I just tried to stay in it because it was too hard to go in and out of it. Evan Peters, Netflix is making Dahmer, a conversation with a cast and Ryan Murphy. Keeping in character, he actually ate 3 people on the low. If Kanye West is the new Hotler, then revoking his art degree probably isn't a smart move. Petition calls for Kanye West to lose an honorary doctorate from Chicago Art School Independent. In Turkey we have a curse called I will shut on your mouth. In Romania we like to curse about dead people. We say "Fu tuti morti mati." It means duck your mom's dead relatives. Ducking mom's dead relatives isn't a curse. Where I come from, It is an honorary tradition every Christmas. Just spray some Axe on the bodies and you can barely tell the difference between when Gran was alive and dead. He seems sturdy. She looks like my uncle Miguel from South Texas. I bet she can lay roofing tiles like no other. An Argentine reporter, after her wallet was stolen by a fan in Qatar, stated, "The police asked me how I want to punish the offender and choose between imprisoning him for 5 years or deporting him from the country immediately." So which one did she pick? I want his hands. When you close your eyes, you see loading screen tips for the situation you're in. I just want to sleep. Stop giving me tips about how to hide a body. I just want to understand the whole point of enjoying something like this. It's just a sad, creepy story with a sad ending. It just feels like shock value content you'd show your friends to gross them out. Truthfully. Good feb. Nutted twice. You're given the chance to punch one of these characters. Who are you punching? Who are you punching? Flambe is a child and a girl, so of course I'm punching her. Wait. Stop. I'll hold her so you can hit her better. Congrats my guy. I hope you had a great time. Bro is living the dream. It was for Make-A-Wish bro. He is not living the dream for long then. Part of the elite meal team 6. This is a US Gravy SEAL. He's assigned to the unit Midlife Ice. They'll be conducting Operation Desert Storm. Am I the only one who's curious about whether or not the controller's joystick Nepal lactates milk? And perhaps what flavor that milk would have? I would like to inform you that I busted a urge nut to your post. My earth-shattering awesome started making me moan loud enough to deafen anyone in the near vicinity. What followed was a torrential downpour of every single spam cell I ever have or will ever produce, shot out so hard that it ripped my nut apart by my U-Bernard, accelerating to 7% the speed of light by the time it left my urethra. It punched right through my wall, barely slowing down, before cutting through a structural support beam in my building as it were a nuclear-powered angle grinder. The sheer weight of this historical nut, combined with the total destruction of everything in its path, caused my building to collapse and every female in the city to fall pregnant with my children. When the death toll was tallied, there were 33 deaths, 148 injuries, and over 4 million pregnancies. As I lay dying under the rubble, I rest assured knowing every one of my sons will repeat this glorious act. Ha. People always rub the woman's belly and congratulate her, but nobody rubs the man's balls and congratulates him. Laden vs USA. On a scale of 9/11, what would you rate it? What's white, loud and ruins your lunch? An avalanche. Lol. Somebody, do another one. What's blue? Faces left, and house address is 101 Sale Road, Northern Morwithenshire, Manchester M230 Bushel, UK. U/Srapole of course. That's fake, or on PC. I'm on PS4, and it don't look like that on there. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but not that good. Hey shut ace, the PS5 and PC players can experience this right now. Maybe upgrade consoles? Why so aggressive? Hope you get run over. Now how you gon' call him aggressive, then tell that nig to get ran over. Whoopsie. When I say kill all men, I really mean all. Even George Floyd? How's your high school crush doing? But she's watching TV right now. Luckily she hasn't seen me in the window yet. If someone offered you $10,000, but if you take it a random person on earth dies, would you take the $10,000? Yes. 46.6%. No. 53.4%. Double it. Pass it to the next one. Dry clutch or wet clutch? No clutch. Actually no braking. I'm on a bus that can't reach under 50 miles per hour or else it will explode. Reddited discovers postpartum depression. Dumb here. What's that? It's a depression that affects the parent, usually mothers, after having their baby. It results in them feeling completely unattached to their newborn and viewing their pregnancy as a mistake. It usually lasts a bit, about 3 months, but it clears up. Damn, that's rough. But why does that happen? Skill issue. Fun fact, did you know that Hitler implemented a rule that stated that any person above the age of 34 must own a Volkswagen? For more information regarding this topic, Google Hitler Rule 34. Step 1. Swallow pride. Step 2. Go up to girl. Step 3. Hey, so I just wanted to ask if you wanted to grab a coffee together or something sometime. You seem pretty rad and I'd love to get to know you better. Step 4. Even if the answer is yes or no, it doesn't matter. You miss %100 of the shots you never take, and it shows serious confidence to not make up some grand way of asking and instead just asking straight up. Message unclear. I shot my crush. Imagine being in Toy Story, seeing Andy rub on out on Jessica's face, and they just have to all sit there and pretend everything is okay. Man, what? When I considered myself a furry, I still never understand the entire craze of fursuits. I always found them to be too weird. I live in a desert area, and people in those suits become boiled lobsters. Pre-cooked snack. In my entire life, my nan, legal guardian since I was 6, has raised her voice to me in anger only twice. The first was when I ran ahead of her on the way back from the shops, got up to the traffic lights, and started to run across, only to freeze in terror at the ungodly noise that I swear made the ground shake all those years ago. First time I'd ever seen her like that. It left a strong impression. I thought I was about to have my soul ripped out by the devil or something. Second time was when I nearly set fire to my bedroom by playing with matches and oils. Look, I never claimed to be a smart kid, okay? Curious, but not very bright. You were very close to being very bright if she didn't stop the matches and oils.